Kia ora, tēnā koutou katoa. Welcome to Tamaki Makaurau in Aotearoa, New Zealand. We're here for day number 6 of the 36th America's Cup Gator.
It's an exciting day. Anything could happen, really. We could see the end of the Cup today, or we could see another tie after today.
We could see one race today. Imagine if they only get one race in and Luna Rossa get it.
And, you know, I'm not putting my bets on either team at this point. It's just so close, and you just don't know what's going to happen out there.
No. And yesterday was one of probably the most exciting days in the history of the America's Cup. I don't think we've ever seen anything quite like it. But Gator, you in particular noticed some really interesting things on board the Kiwi boat with their main.
Yeah, yesterday we saw a lot of changes. Well, we've been seeing a lot of changes on the boats, as we would expect as these days go on. But yesterday what we saw is, if you look at the bottom of the main, the clue area, their fairing is becoming bigger and bigger, and yesterday we saw it was actually connected towards the back, so it almost looked like a little blade there. Obviously, probably for aerodynamics. But I think we were able to ask Blair in the press conference last night what that kind of was about, and all about the changes and stuff. And they said, yeah, they're not even happy with that. They said they were going to change it some more, and I think that just highlights how often these boats are being changed and how hard the crews are working overnight to change the boat. So I think we'll even see more changes today. And
I think it really also highlights the complexities of a lot of the systems on board. You know, we can't see down below, but by all accounts, it's there's a lot going on. You know, ETNZ's main, they seem to be able to get a lot of camber and then flatten it off really quickly. You know, it's just, I would love to pick their brains as to what's actually going on, because half the time they don't even answer the question. So
yeah, they're really good at kind of skirting around what we're trying to get into, but that's the beauty of the America's Cup. Everything's a secret. Yeah. And it will be interesting to see how much information they give us once it's all over. Obviously, if we stay in the 75s, they'll probably hold on to those. But
yeah, and that's the thing though, is with the Cup, you often have people protecting secrets, and you know, that's part of the history of the America's Cup. And speaking of, we're going to have a bit of a word to race director Iain Murray about a couple of things about yesterday and today. We're here with Regatta Director Iain Murray. So Iain, we're going to be on course C today, do you think?
Yeah, we're heading to course C, our first time in the America's Cup itself. So I know it's the prioritised course in terms of, you know, for Auckland. The breeze is nothing right now, and we're probably not expecting to get much until the sou'wester rolls through, and so we'll set up and be prepared for that when it comes.
And so the timing of that sou'wester coming through is quite important in terms of being able to get 2 races today. We'll probably get 1 away, you think?
I'm very confident we'll get 1. You know, we'd like to get 2, but it's just going to depend when the sou'wester turns up and settles.
Makes sense. And Bruno shared an interesting fact about the 83 Cup.
Yeah.
Do you want to just, for the audience, tell us a little bit about that? I'm sure it's a painful memory, I'm sorry.
Well, in 1983 I sailed a boat called Advance in the Louis Vuitton Cup, and we were racing Canada and in the round robins, and we went around the first mark in first place onto the second leg, and then the breeze evaporated, so you know, our margin at the second mark was over 7 or 8 minutes. So we earned the honours in the slowest boat in 1983 of having the largest gain in time on any leg of that whole series. So the slowest boat got the biggest gain of any leg on any race course in that America's Cup, which is a bit of irony in all of that. What we don't talk about is we lost most of it on the next leg when the wind came back in. But nevertheless, you know, I had the Louis Vuitton bag trophy and still have it to this day.
Yeah, and how close did Jimmy and Keiko get to claiming that bag from you as the trophy?
Well, I'm not sure. Need to check it out. It might be hard finding the results from 1983 to cross-reference them, but so a bit of a yarn with Bruno this morning, that's all.
So there you have it. Our race regatta director is actually an America's Cup sailor himself, so there's a lot of pedigree behind the scenes here, and cheers for your time, Iain, and we'll hopefully get some racing away today.
All right, thank you.
Cheers.
It was great to have a few words with Regatta Director Iain Murray and hear a little bit of his story. He has confirmed course C today, so why don't we head over, look at our predict wind forecast.
So the situation is that it's quite light and variable before the southwest change in the late afternoon.
So we'll see west at 6 knots building to southwest to 9 to 12 knots by 6 p.m.
The cloud and possible light showers means that we're not really going to get that northeasterly building. And it's going to be 24 degrees though.
Low tide is at 4:30 p.m., so it'll be slack and incoming, increasing in strength by 6 p.m. Stronger by north head and on the edges early in the tidal cycle.
But check the predict wind observations at the race time to see the exact wind conditions. The timing of the southwest change and the wind building is the key to the racing forecast today. And as you heard before, Iain Murray was confident they'll get at least one race in, but whether or not they get two is totally down to the timing. So if you're going out on the race course today, be sure to listen to the marshals, because in course C it's a bit tighter and they've got a few more things to worry about than out in those open areas.
Yeah, and we just want to say a big thank you to our supporters and our sponsors. We couldn't do this without you. We're so excited to be able to bring this coverage to you, so thank you so much. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you out there.
Come on!
Yee!